Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. It is your boy Saya Alpha here, and we are going to be doing my WWE Clash at the Castle predictions. Now, WWE Clash at the Castle, this is the first time in 30 years WWE brings back a major stadium to a premium live event, as we will be heading to Cardiff, Wales for Clash at the Castle. I'm not going, I'm just saying that's where it'll be. Now there will be some very intense matches on this card, and if you think about it, not one match on this card is bad. As a matter of fact, there are some dream matches here. I wrote some down so I can remember. This is not in order, by the way, but I will go in the order I do think it could possibly be in. Now this is current. We don't know if there will be any more matches added, but if there aren't, I'm just going to go with the order I think it's going to be in. So first we're going to do Miz versus AJ Styles. No. Change that. Team Bianca, aka Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka versus Team Control, aka Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. Now, Bayley returned at SummerSlam to confront Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch, and she brought two other returning superstars with her. She brought Dakota Kai back, and she brought back Io Shirai, now known as Io Sky, back, and they injured Becky Lynch, took her out for more time, and now Bianca Belair found two other people to help her against them at Clash of the Castle, and that happened to be Asuka and Alexa Bliss, since, well, Control did something to them as well on Raw one day. So I'm just gonna have to go with Team Control on this one. I think this will be a fresh start for Bayley and the new faction she has. I'm just gonna go say Control with this one. Next, we got The Miz versus AJ Styles. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this pick before I go ahead and continue with why I think he's gonna win. I think AJ Styles is gonna win. Okay, hear me out. So, I was thinking maybe Miz is gonna win, but I was like, you know what? How about when I make this video, I change it, and I have a good reason to change it. You see, think about this. The Miz is gonna win because Tommaso Ciampa gets nearby and does something to AJ. But what if Logan Paul comes out and does something to The Miz, and it leads all to a tag team match in the next premium live event? AJ and Paul versus The Miz and Ciampa, and I think that's literally how it's gonna go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say AJ Styles with this one right here. AJ Styles is gonna beat The Miz at Clash of the Castle. Next, we have Finn Balor, the leader of Judgment Day, versus the former leader of Judgment Day, Edge. Now, if you don't know, Edge and Judgment Day decided to bring out Finn Balor to join them, but all of a sudden, what do you know? Judgment Day turns on Edge and crowns Finn Balor as the new King of Judgment. And what do you know? They take out Edge for a few months. Not a few, probably I'd say 2 or 3. They took out Edge for months, and then, what do you know? He comes back at SummerSlam, but the Mysterios don't get the win at SummerSlam, but it all leads up to this massive bout that's going to happen at Clash of the Castle on September 3rd. I'm going to go ahead and say Edge wins this one, because if Judgment Day comes out and tries to help, the Mysterios will be there, and it will literally be Rhea and Priest versus Ray and Dominic. And TV 14 intergender matches, maybe, who knows? It's TV 14 now. The PG era is over with. Next, I have Gunther, the Ring General, or whatever. I'm gonna say Ring General because I'm American. We have the Ring General Gunther or Gunter, whatever I call him. I call him anyway. Gunther, Gunther. The Intercontinental Champion Gunther, whatever, versus Sheamus. The reason why it will be Sheamus is because on Friday Night SmackDown, we witnessed one of the greatest five-way matches in the entire history of WWE. It was Madcap Moss, Sheamus, Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin, Happy Corbin, and Ricochet in one of the most outstanding fatal five-way matches I've ever seen. Sami Zayn did legitimately get hurt in the match, but he did not break anything because he came back and did his thing, and it was to the point where he looked like he was gonna win because they were in Montreal, and Sami Zayn is from Montreal, Canada, so it looked like he was about to win, but no. Sami Zayn got the 2 count because freaking Happy Corbin pulled him out, and then freaking Happy Corbin goes in there and tries to finish off Ricochet, but boom, out of nowhere, a brogue kick by Sheamus. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus gets the win, and he gets the opportunity to face Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship at Clash of the Castle. I'm gonna go ahead and say Gunther's gonna win this one. I low-key think Gunther has the possibility of becoming the highest, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion besides The Miz. Since if you think about it, if Vince stayed, he was going to bury Gunther, which nobody wanted because Gunther does not look like the type of person to be buried. Every time he and Ilya Dragunov have a match, it's like a 5-star or a 4.5-star match. So I don't understand why you would bury somebody who literally carried NXT UK for the entire time he was there, carried NXT for the time he was there, and is currently carrying SmackDown since Roman Reigns doesn't even show up most of the time. So I'm going to go ahead and say Gunther with the win. Plus, think about it. Sheamus, come on. That Sheamus has not won the Intercontinental Championship at all. So that gives people a chance to think he's not going to win. But I personally think Gunther's going to win because Gunther, he's just a very good Intercontinental Champion. So Gunther's going to win against Sheamus. Next, I have Seth Rollins versus versus Riddle. As you know, on an episode of Raw, Riddle, I don't know if Riddle came out or he was in a match already. It was either one of them. Anyway, Seth Rollins brutally attacked Riddle. He brutally attacked Riddle one day, and when Seth Rollins got 2 steel steps and placed Riddle's head between them and stepped and hit the curb stomp on him and injured Matt Riddle for quite a while. And Seth and Matt Riddle came back at SummerSlam but got stomped again. And then on Raw, Matt Riddle came back and put the beats on the drip god Seth Rollins. I really do think Seth Rollins is overdue for a butt whooping by Riddle. So, if Matt Riddle wins, he just wins. I personally think Matt Riddle's going to win. But if Matt Riddle doesn't win, it's either going to be Randy Orton out of nowhere with an RKO, or Matt Riddle loses in disappointment and then Randy Orton comes back and RKOs him. Who knows? That's literally what could happen. But I honestly do think if Randy Orton doesn't come back, which people think he might not come back for a while, Riddle is going to beat Seth Rollins. Plus, Riddle might have the help of the Street Profits, but people are thinking that the Street Profits aren't winning. I don't know if the Usos have a match. It didn't say that on the card. But if they do and they face the Street Profits, the Usos are going to win. That's if. I already predicted if they are having one, and I don't know if they are, so. So I do have Riddle winning that match. And next, we have Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler for the SmackDown Women's Championship. For the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now, Liv Morgan is currently injured, and she's injured on her right arm, which could literally take her out some. So, but I don't think Shayna's gonna win. If she did, they would make a banger feud between Ronda and Shayna. But I do think Liv Morgan is gonna win and retain her title. And last but definitely not least, we have the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. It is Roman Reigns, the champion, against Drew McIntyre, the challenger, for the title. I think Roman Reigns is gonna win, but I think he's gonna have help, not only from the Usos, but from Karrion Kross as well, because Karrion Kross is literally aiming for Drew McIntyre right now. He is literally going after Drew McIntyre currently. He's not going for Roman Reigns yet, but man, oh man, he is taking shot after shot after shot to Drew McIntyre. Every time you see or hear a Drew McIntyre promo, there is a doomsday clock behind him or on the side of him. Karrion Kross always leaves a doomsday clock along by his victims to tell them how much time they have left before he puts the beats on them. And who freaking we? Oh man, ever since Karrion Kross came back, he hasn't put a hand on Roman Reigns. He did put the doomsday clock by him, but ever since he came back, he's only been beating Drew McIntyre and talking about how he's gonna keep beating him. But man, I think Roman Reigns is walking out as champion still, only because of the Usos and Karrion Kross. But there are some people saying Karrion Kross might not get involved in this match, but if he does, that's the reason why Roman won, because of Karrion Kross. And those are my predictions of WWE Clash at the Castle. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You don't have to comment yet, but just like and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.